We are in beautiful San Clemente, California at Lifetime Rancho San Clemente. Daniel Roditi in the booth alongside Scott Crandall, bringing you the action on this incredible match that we're going to get to see here. The Johnsons, Jorja and JW, taking on Matt Wright and Lucy Kovalova. I think the Johnsons lost the first match, right?
They lost 11-9 in the third to Riley and Vivian David.
That's right. They were up a little bit and then lost that.
Matt and Lucy are 1-0, but Jorja and J-Dub are 0-1.
Yeah, so the Johnsons obviously need this win badly to stay in contention for the semifinals later on tonight.
Yeah, and this match is huge for Matt and Lucy because if they go 2-0, that gives them an excellent chance because, like, you never know with tiebreakers and scores and you know how things are going to turn out. So every game, every point really matters in a round robin situation like this. Well, there's Lucy back at it. She's attacking with her forehand out of the air, and I didn't think it would work against J-Dub. It works against J-Dub too.
Yep. It worked against J-Dub's partner, Dylan, and it's I'm sure she's going to try it against J-Dub. I mentioned it yesterday, but I really appreciated J-Dub. In singles yesterday, he lost his first two matches. So coming into his third one, he was 0-2. He wasn't going to be able to go through. But, you know, a lot of guys would kind of roll over and maybe tank that last match because it didn't really matter. But he fought, went 3 games, and actually took the game, even though it wasn't going to influence his results moving forward. But I just appreciated the competitiveness in him, and I'm sure for the fans to be able to watch that he wasn't just going to roll over and give up that match.
Well, yeah, that's a great point because it doesn't just affect him.
Right.
Right? It affects 3 other guys, and, you know, giving someone a layup where if the match had been first round.
Exactly.
So, good. A lot of respect for that.
Kovalova using her lob. We saw her, and she didn't give up on it, right? I mean, the last match, her first lobs were smashed down, and then she made a couple good ones, and we see here starting off.
She finished the match with a nice lob.
Yep.
Well, I can hear the music on center court, which means the match over there is over. Annalie Waters and Ben Johns beat Leah Jansen, Tyson McGuffin 11-2, 11-5.
That effectively eliminates McGuffin and Jansen. I think they're 0-2.
Misfortune or good fortune to play against Jorja Johnson at the split age, and her covering that backhand, she covers that middle with her backhand so well, like she just did on that previous point. I was on the losing end of that combination several times. It's kind of a no. You don't want to go there unless you've got something really good. I don't see J-Dub lob a whole lot. Do you?
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I was. I was just thinking the same thing.
It's super casual about it as well.
Yeah, and of course, executed it perfectly.
Look at Matt with
It was like a mini. It was like a mini Ernie. Yeah, it was. He jumped over
his left foot even got off the ground. I think
he jumped over the 3 inches in the corner there of the kitchen.
We make fun, but honestly, it's his placement that made that shot like so good. He could have hit that right to J-Dub, but he found the angle very well.
I make fun knowing that he is 10 times the player that I am, so it's all good. I can beat him in a foot race, though, but not in pickleball.
Yeah, I don't like running races either. So.
We see a third shot lob from JW. I think part of that too is the the whole idea that we were talking about earlier with the sun, right? Knowing that a lob can be even more effective when you know your opponents have to be staring up at the sun as they're trying to get that ball.
Either that or J-Dub's playing pickleball bingo, and he has to win a point with a third shot lob, so he just checked that one off. The weapons that Lucy and Matt had that won in the last match aren't really working here, and a lot because of the hand speed of both J-Dub and Jorja.
What a great backhand roll there from Jorja. She just put that ball right on the sideline.
She's got a very compact backhand, which makes it hard to read where she's going with it.
There's another lob from Kovalova. Oh, a little tweener. Wait, what happened? Oh,
the tweener touched his.
Yeah,
his
maybe hit his pants or something.
See, that's why he should have the cow pants on. That never happens when he wears the cow pants. Good call by the ref.
Yeah.
J-Dub didn't argue it, but he also didn't call it on himself. It worked again.
Yep, it did.
Lucy's win percentage on those forehand flicks out of the air is pretty good today.
Yeah, going behind the guy for the viewers. If you play mixed doubles, regardless of the level that you play, you have to be willing to go behind the guy if you want to be successful. And Lucy has done that. Certainly did it with Dylan, trying it with JW. Yeah, just too high there from Jorja at the Kovalova backhand. Oh, just beautifully placed ball there from Jorja Johnson.
Flick of the wrist.
Yeah, just a little. Kovalova upset with herself. I mean, if that seemed like a ball that should have been a 1-2, right? With the Matt Wright putting it low at the JW's backhand, and Maybe didn't expect it to come back, but when you're playing JW or anybody with super fast hands, you got to expect every ball to come back and be ready.
Really good. Really good.
Wait, did we hear a compliment from Matt Wright? Was that? Did we catch that? He just complimented Jorja.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's
Wow.
the thing. Yes, Matt Wright is complimenting her, and then he goes right at her the next point.
Right.
He's trying to game her. He's trying to game her.
Trying to get in her head.
Yes. He's always. He's pretending to be nice.
Yeah. We're going to get a finger wag next. But then how can you be mean to Jorja and JW? They're so nice. Yeah, good hold there from JW, just holding that paddle, not giving away what he was going to do, and sped up at Kovalova.
Right now, see,
Yeah,
just
okay.
keeps up the banter.
We knew it was too good to be true.
Him being nice is him being mean.
Setting you up.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a setup. It's like a bait compliment.
Yeah, it's like he's
Kind
setting
of like
up,
a bait dink.
he's setting up game 2.
Yeah, that's his bait dink. It's a compliment. Oh, that's out. Get a smile from Jorja. Yeah, too high.
It was high, but Lucy still had to reach forward and get it away from J-Dub's paddle, which isn't the easiest thing in the world. So she still had to execute the play. See, Matt has talked himself from 210 to 610.
Yeah, exactly.
By being nice.
Keeps complimenting, then he might get it to 10 all.
J-Dub is still kind of in super casual mode. I'll be curious to see if he changes modes, calls timeout, does something different.
Kovalova and Wright have managed to get to within 2 points in this game 1.
Matt Wright, the ultimate strategist, went with the kill him with kindness.
Sails. Yeah, he was trying to use that strategy. That it seemed like the wind picked up just as that lob was hit. Carried the ball just long.
Oh, what a great drop from Jorja.
Would end it. So they take game 1. The Johnsons take game 1 in this matchup. We will have bring you the action going into game 2 in this matchup between JW and Jorja Johnson taking on Matt Wright and Lucy Kovalova. We saw Kovalova and Wright make adjustments in their previous match after losing game 1, coming back to take games 2 and 3. Let's see if they can do the same here. Matt Wright was trying everything, including being pseudo-nice and giving cheap compliments, but it worked for a little bit.
No, it absolutely did work, because it had one function, which is get them from – they were in the zone. They were playing great.
Yep.
So can I say something, even if it's nice, to get them to not play so great? And he did that successfully. He is a really good strategist. So
what will shock them more than Matt Wright being nice to them? Probably nothing else, right?
It made us all laugh. Both Jorja and J-Dub were laughing, and you really just – it's a good exercise in mental toughness. You have got to ignore – you've just got to ignore what's going on with your opponent on the other side.
Yep.
You cannot let them in.
He does it because it works a lot of times. Oh, I love that whole flick by Jorja. It was a little tomahawk, which is hard to do from the right side, but she did it effectively.
Did Lucy get a little net cord on that speed up?
Yeah, I felt like it. It kind of.
I feel like Jorja, she was on the ball, and then it ended up
kind of jumped up on her.
Slightly higher and slower, and she just mistimed it. Julie Johnson just walked in to watch.
Oh, just missing with the lob attempt.
Yeah, the energy level of the Johnsons just, I think it needs to just pick up intensity slightly for them to play a little better.
Yeah, and it feels like that almost has to come from Jorja a little bit, right? Because, I don't know, just personality-wise, I think she can get a little more amped up, whereas JW is pretty... I mean, you don't know if he's down 10-0 or up 10-0.
Yeah, with J-Dub, you can't tell by looking at him what you can tell. You can tell by his shot selection.
Right.
His shot selection tells you where he is.
Yep.
A little bit of his nonverbal in between points, but yeah, for the most part, he's hard to read.
He'll definitely show some emotion when he's frustrated. He kind of does the eye roll and talks to himself.
But since Matt Wright started giving compliments at, what was it, 10-2?
Yeah.
They got 6 and now 3 more, so that's a 7-2 run. Just by kind of getting in their heads a little. And it's like loose air, just when your concentration gets broken a little, it's loose errors like that. It's like you just don't make, you're not putting balls in play the way you were when you were hot. So how do you overcome that? You got to just simplify and make balls.
Yep.
To me, that's just another kind of low energy error.
Right.
The nice thing with Jorja, it's only going to take like one really good point.
Yeah.
And she'll just get fired right back up and,
Yep.
and kind of get back to herself.
Ooh, swing and a miss, but you got it. Oh, just wide. Again, not sure if that was just couldn't quite reach it or couldn't quite see it.
A little bit of both, but
Yeah.
at least she got back there and made the next one.
Yep. Good adjustment. Yeah, good spot there from Jorja. She pushed Kovalova back just enough to be able to roll the next one at her feet once again. Great point there.
Yeah, that's two nice long points to get the Johnsons back in rhythm.
Yep. Yeah, great shot from Kovalova. Reaching with two hands, kind of rare to reach for it backhand overhead with two hands, but she did it effectively.
I think most of the right side girls have that two-hander when they get lobbed. I know Jessie has hit me and my partner with several of them. Jorja has a good kind of two-handed reaction to a lob as well. I think a lot of them are really good at that.
Great job by JW opening up that court, pushing Kovalova to the right, the sideline on the right side, opening up the middle.
Making it look easy when he does it too. slightest of breezes, just the slightest of a mishit. That'll cause the volley dink error.
Right, great hands from Wright on that backhand side. Certainly known for being able to defend that spot really well.
Yeah, he makes that look easy too.
Yeah.
He just holds his paddle out there.
Yep.
Not much of a swing, but finds good spots, and it usually heads down towards the ground.
Oh, that stays in. Yep. Yeah, we agree. Matt Wright said that's stupid. It was to hit it that short. I mean, the lob idea wasn't bad, just the execution was
just
not very good.
A little too much in the middle of the court.
Yeah.
Dan, who do you think these long points benefit?
I don't know. I feel like everybody's so aggressive, right? And so kind of what we talked about earlier is, are we better pulling the trigger? Are we better counterattacking? Feels like the longer ones, I don't know, in my opinion, maybe the Johnsons, but I don't know. What do you think?
I think it benefits Matt and Lucy. I think it's their style, and it's like at least they're kind of playing the points on their terms.
Mm-hmm.
I think short points are tough because Jorja and J-Dub's hands are so fast. It's hard to really you have to earn the advantage or the right to attack them.
Oh wow, great defense from Wright defending that overhead, just stabbing at it with his backhand, not only getting it but actually making a good dink.
He puts his paddle in the right place.
Yep. There's a much better lob there from Wright. That's going to just flown.
Yeah, with the sun and the little bit of a breeze, it's fun to watch the players use the lob.
Yeah, another
He's just got
great lob.
Multiple lobs from both teams. Same point.
Yep.
I mean, each player is at three plus lobs. Lucy and Jorja are approaching double figures.
Great spot on that return, pinning Matt Wright to that corner. Nice little forehand flick from Jorja Johnson down the middle.
See how far out she reached in front of her to do that?
Yeah.
If you don't reach out that far and then hit the accurate shot, it's not a shot. The ball will be too low to put it there.
Yeah, just too high. Great counter from Kovalova right down the center, handling the cross-court attack from Jorja.
I'm reading my phone right. Chessie and Dylan just won game 1 over Riley and Vivian David, 11-7.
Nice.
You just try and reset the ball, and sometimes you just can't get it low enough.
Yep.
It's like you're doing the right thing, but if you just, you don't want to leave it short. But if you don't hit it perfectly, it just gets snapped by a Johnson. So, let me ask you this: Do you think Jorja is going at Matt a little too much?
I was just thinking she needs to go not just right hip, but almost like outside right hip if she's going to go at him, because he fades so well. He slides so well to use that backhand counter, and there's some of those where he hasn't even had to move. It's just sitting on that left hip, and it's just too easy for him. He's so good from that spot. It's almost like if she's going to go at him, she has to go, well, they went right hip there, but he read it.
So, yeah,
but that was a little different because it was coming from a different angle. But
I like how you answered my question, because you didn't say, no, she's not going there too much. She's just going to the wrong spot. If you go to the right spot, you can go.
Yeah, see, they're going full on backhand, and he's just teeing off on those. Like you said, he's got his paddle just sitting there. Easier said than done, of course. I'm sure people have tried to go to the right hip, but he does such a good job of sliding and fading to use that backhand counter.
There's a little fist pump from Matt after just a one little dink error, but you can tell he is still he's still grinding without looking like he's grinding. He wants to. He's doing exactly what he thinks it's going to take to win this match.
Right.
Sometimes that's getting fired up and calling out and saying way out and all that stuff, and sometimes it's just killing them quietly.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of relax them into a little slower game, and then I'll just beat you when it gets close at the end. Right, surprised he even gave the sarcastic clap because he's been doing so well with just being quiet. tells you how good all of these players are. If you leave a dink up a little, they're just so skilled at just taking care of business.
I didn't know what the rules were.
Important side out at 9-9.
I know, that was...
Dan, which way does the prevailing wind go here, since you're the resident pro?
I've been trying to figure that out for the last year. Seems to swirl quite a bit here. It does change.
Yeah, that was Matt's conclusion just now. I was wondering if he was right.
I see what you did. He was right. So right now it looks like it's going from Kovalova and Wright in the direction of Johnson, the Johnsons, but then it keeps switching, then it goes back the other way. Yeah, good spot from Jorja Johnson. Yeah, the ocean is basically to the left of Wright and Kovalova. So it's not, kind of comes from the side most of the time.
That's what I would have expected, that it would be going from kind of from Matt's side to Lucy's side.
Yeah, kind of left, yeah. But it does change quite a bit. Yeah, great job from Jorja Johnson, seeing the opening down the middle.
And well, she set that up with,
pulled him wide.
The dink on the sideline.
Yep. Made Wright slide to the left and opened up that middle. Yeah, she did that same shot that we saw so many times against Frazier. This time it came back, but she was ready for the counter.
Yeah, no, that's brave. I mean, if you're attacking J-Dub, she's attacking and having a lot of success with it. She's picking the right ball. I think that's the key.
Match point. And that just sails wide. So the Johnsons take game 2.